Welcome to the Eagles off-season coverage with your host, Pablo Gary. Let's get into today's video.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. Step on, spin, move, and zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, and put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, and go. Step on, spin, move, and zones, go.
Let's go. Eagles on 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go.
What is up, Eagles Nation? Welcome to this emergency live stream, man. I'm Pablo Gary, your number one Eagles fan. Before we get into it, I know everybody is pissed. We still gotta, do what we gotta do ultimately, man. So let's get the show started right, and we'll get into this news about Jeff Stoutland.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
All right, Eagles Nation. Total surprise. Total surprise here. Jeff Stoutland is no longer the offensive running games coach. I guess the offensive lines coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. 13 years in Philadelphia, and it's over. It's the end of an era. It's the end of a run. I was actually out to eat with the fam. I got a call from my guy Chris, man. Shout out to Chris Baker. He said, yo, guess what? I'm like, what, bro? What happened? I'm thinking, somebody passed away. He like, bro, Jeff Stoutland is stepping down. And I'm like, what? In my mind, I'm just thinking, what is going on in Philly right now? Project P. So why wasn't he promoted to offensive coordinator? It's a great question. I don't know what's going on with this team, but I said in my last video, I said this team is going downhill. This team is going downhill. So we had to deal with Vic Fangio rumors, him trying to retire. You got Jeff Stoutland, stout out. This is not good. This is not good. No matter how you slice this is not good. This is not good at all, bro. Alfredo says, oh my goodness, hold on 1 second. Philly 416. I got Alfredo up here, okay. 416 says, see how not firing Nick after the collapse has brought us here? Absolutely. Alfredo says, we wanted a new offensive scheme. Well, here it comes. It sucks, but this is the price you pay. Makes sense. K. Michelle says, fly, Eagles, fly. Guys, this hurts. Can I be honest with you? It really feels like we're going through, we're going through, I don't know why it feels like it's a funeral. Is anybody else getting like funeral vibes? It just feels like a funeral. I don't know what's going on. It feels like This is not good, guys. If you listen to any content creator that tries to make this, smooth this over and make you feel like this is okay, this is not okay. This is not okay. All of the OGs, all of the OG coaches, they're saying, I'm out of here. Vic Fangio, I'm out of here. Stoutland, I'm out of here. Nick Sirianni just sitting around. All your experience is about to walk out of the door. And that's the sad part. All of the Eagles' experience is about to literally walk out the door. And guess what? You're going to be left with Nick Sirianni, who has no idea what he wants to do. You're going to be stuck with Sean Mannion, not to say that he sucks or anything, but he has no experience doing the job that he's doing. So you got to give him time to develop. You demote Jeff Stoutland. Like, the question to me is, who the hell does Nick Sirianni think he is to demote the Jeff Stoutland? I still can't even get over that. This is horrendous. This is horrendous. This is a failed organization. You go from your Super Bowl window being this big to it being taken away from you like that. Zoop, just like that. Philly 416, good to see you, bro. He says, 8 years ago today, the Eagles won their first Super Bowl. Yeah. This is crazy. Alfredo says, the Eagles recession. I get the vibes, but we have to be excited for change, and change is scary. No, Alfredo, I'm sorry. I can't go there with you. No. See, no. I'm sorry, Alfredo. No. This makes me want to throw up. Alfredo says the Eagles are in recession. Absolutely. I get the vibes, but we have to be excited for change. There's some things you don't change. And so here it is. The change doesn't bother me as much as the abruptness. Nobody thought last year that Vic Fangio was going to retire this year. He just told us when he signed a few years ago, like, hey, man, I'm here till I retire. Like, he never gave us an inkling that he was on a 2-3 year contract. Jeff Stoutland out of nowhere, now he wants to leave? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Nah, come on, man. This right here, when you have no experience in the building, it's scary. I'm sorry. I don't know how to be positive, dude. This one right here, it's 3 things you don't touch. Warren Sapp said, it's 3 things you don't touch. You don't touch my wife, you don't touch my kid, and you don't touch my quarterback. It's 3 things you don't touch with me. You don't touch my wife, you don't touch my son, you don't touch my Jeff Stoutland. Kenny McDaniel, 5125, is good to see you in the house. She says, I'm not seeing the positive either, guys. Sorry. I'm just not seeing it. Yeah. Chris, my man Chris broke the news to me. I was in Olive Garden relaxing. Chris Baker, 669, says, bruh, I just get the sense Nick is losing his grip on the team. I told you guys his team is going downhill. This year was too big of a window not to get to where we needed to go. Too big of a window. And the one thing you can't do when you have older veterans and older coaches, you cannot, you shall not, you can't waste their time. Who knew this past season it was going to be Jeff Stoutland's last year? If any one of us Eagles fans felt like it was going to be Jeff Stoutland's last year, we probably would have appreciated just a little bit more. The fact that you get demoted after everything that you did, oh, it's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face. I got comments coming up. It's a slap in the face. Philly 416 says, get Nick out now. Not now, right now. Oh, my goodness. Richie, good to see you, bro. He says, when you are here, you are family. Absolutely, especially right here on the Think Eagles show. Philly 416 says, Alfredo, there is a good chance and there's a bad chance. Not at all. There's good change and bad change. Not all change is good. There are some storms brewing. Yeah, guys. I just don't know what you guys want me to do with this information. This is tough. So the question is, you just signed Cam Jurgens. You just signed Cam Jurgens to a $68 million deal, and the guy that helped him become who he is no longer in the building. Right? Now, the one positive thing I can say is Jeff, Jordan Mailata, all of the guys, Lane Johnson, they talk about the standard, right? They know what the standard is, even if Stoutland is not there, right? So it's not like all of the information and the teaching and the coaching and the relationship that they built over the last 13 years is not like if he leaves, it's just completely out the window. It's going to be a difference. So now this what this does is it makes you question the Barkley signing. It's like, now is that going to go downhill? It's like you signed Saquon Barkley because you had a Jeff Stoutland. He came to Philly because of this coach and this offensive line. Now the coach is gone. It's like, I don't get it. Richie, appreciate the comment. He says, move Jurgens to right guard. Oh, man. Michelle Bird, 8898, she says, this is a domino effect of hiring a bad OC. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me put the link in the chat just in case anybody wants to join the show. I'm being honest, guys. I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. I am disgusted. I am disgusted that Jeff Stoutland no longer has his job and Nick Sirianni does. The Philadelphia Eagles. I'm telling you, I'm disgusted. Jeff Stoutland no longer has a job, but Nick Sirianni does. A man who took Jordan Mailata and turned him into something. A man who took Jason Peters and extended his career. A man who got Lane Johnson to the point where he was. He no longer has a career. Someone who's able to take somebody that never knew the color of a football and turn him into an all-pro. He no longer has a job. Nick Sirianni, when you asked him this year, how you couldn't get the offense going, right? Why is that? Nick said, I don't know. Nick Sirianni looked you in the eyes and said, I don't know. And he still has a job. You get it? Like, coaches are just tired of coming to the circus, bro. When you're tired of seeing clowns, you stop buying tickets. I'm out. No, you're not going to. We're at the place, bro, where these coaches just like, you're not even going to disrespect my legacy. You're going to hold on to Nick Sirianni. You're going to allow him. Here's the kicker. The Philadelphia Eagles essentially chose Nick Sirianni over Jeff Stoutland. Nah, Jeff. You want to leave? No. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Nick, papers. You're fired. You got my defensive coordinator ready to retire, and my offensive line coach who built this entire O-line. You got them ready to walk. You got to go. You got to go. So, I mean, I don't know, man. What does this mean for Lane Johnson? Well, Lane's not going to be here too much longer. Would you be surprised if Lane Johnson retired? If I'm Lane, retire. Retire. Why should Lane Johnson, at his big old age, as an All-Pro, as a two-time Super Bowl champion, leave? Go off into the wind with Jeff Stoutland. Please, I'm begging Lane Johnson to do that. Go off into the wind with Jeff Stoutland. Go off into the wind with your coach. Go off into the wind. Because this right here, you got to send a message to the Philadelphia Eagles. You want to treat my coach bad? Well, guess what? A player is going with him. And to be quite honest with you, if I'm the Eagles, I'm saying, you know what, Vic, if you want to leave, go ahead, man. Let's just take the L this year. Why wait? Why push trauma down the road? If I'm gonna lose Stoutland, can we all agree we might as well lose Stoutland and Vic Fangio in the same season? That's one heartbreak after another heartbreak, and then AJ's going to get traded. This thing is a mess. Somebody thinks, and you know what's so scary? Somebody in that organization thinks they know what they are doing. That's what's so scary. Oh, we got Sean Mannion. He's a bright young mind. He has a photogenic memory. What does that have to do with calling plays and having zero experience doing that? What does why is it Black History Month now? Why is it that certain people get praised for having photogenic memories? My next job interview, I'm telling them I have a photogenic memory and see if that gets me the job. I can remember stuff. Guys. No one's going to tell you, but the Philadelphia Eagles are going downhill. And I said it years ago. I said Nick Sirianni is not the right guy to lead this ship. He's not. If Nick Sirianni is the face of Philadelphia, come on, man. Without Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni is nothing. We know this. What quarterback, what head coach who doesn't know how to get his offense right could lead could Nick Sirianni, if he was a head coach of the Patriots, do you really think they would be in the Super Bowl? This is madness. Chris Baker, he says, here's who we are scheduled to lose. Lane, Dallas Goedert, AJ, Dotson, Stoutland, and that's just the offense. We're cooked. Let me be the first to be real with you guys. Let me be the first to tell you, you know what this really signals? This tells me, you know what? Go ahead and temper your expectations. Go ahead. The Eagles might go to the Super Bowl next year. Let's go ahead and just bring that down. Yeah, you got a brand new offensive coordinator with zero experience. Your 13-year veteran, respected, wise offensive running game coach, offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland, he's out the door. Your defensive coordinator still mulling. He really wants to be out the door. We're cooked. Candy says, even players retiring abruptly. So suspicious. You don't find that suspicious? I don't know why the Philadelphia Eagles are... I don't know what this love affair with Nick Sirianni is, but I'm telling you, any other organization, Nick Sirianni would have been packing his bags. The moment you get a Vic Fangio that's threatening to retire, the moment that Jeff Stoutland is like, yeah, I'm out. Yeah. I just want to know. This is the question that I have to know. I'm going to tell you who needs to be fired. Who gave the power to Nick Sirianni to demote Jeff Stoutland? Who approved that? I want to know who gave Nick Sirianni the power to demote Jeff Stoutland. And the problem is, if the running game never got better when you demoted him, if you have a Super Bowl on the line, why not put him back into play and try to figure it out? It should have never happened in the first place. This is crazy, guys. Philly 416 says, this is the fallout of the buddy hiring system. Nick wanted his boy in a defending Super Bowl season. I'm sick to my stomach not buying the Eagles Nikes this year. Yeah, we're cooked. It's just nothing else to say. We're cooked. Let me go here. Let me go here on Twitter. Let's see what they're saying on X. Let's see what they're saying on X. This is bad. Brunson said they wanted to take the run game coordinator away from Stoutland. He don't like that, and I feel him. Elliot Shore Parks, this might be the biggest indication yet that everyone who wanted the Eagles offense to look different next year is going to get their wish. New OC, new coaching staff, Sirianni running the show. Dear God. Bleeding Green Nation, AJ Brown wants out. Vic Fangio had to be talked out of getting out, and Stoutland got out. How did we get here 12 months? I have no idea. Every single offensive coach was at fault with the exception of Nick Sirianni. It's a great point. Yep. You're right, Candy. Candy says we should be working on a three-peat right now. It's crazy. Philly Special, another thought. What kind of effect will Stoutland decision have on Lane Johnson or whether he retires or not? Wow. I didn't know Jared McCain was traded. The Eagles firing Kevin Petulio, hearing that Sean Mannion is getting to pick his staff. Then Jeff Stoutland leaves. Wow. So, let me get this right. Now, mind you, you got a whole bunch of some Eagles fans, not everybody, but you got some Eagles fans out there. Oh, well, this Sean Mannion guy can be the next Andy Reid. Give him the power. Whatever he wants, give it to him. He might be the next Andy Reid. You got your wish. So you get rid of Jeff Stoutland, who has 13 years, two-time Super Bowl champion, for an inexperienced play caller who has photogenic memory. You know why I'm really pissed off? Can I be honest with you guys? I'm really pissed off because this screams zero loyalty. It's something that I don't like. I don't like when you're not loyal, especially to someone who's earned it. All right? I don't like that. I don't like disloyal people. It really grinds my gears. It gets under my skin. And the Eagles right now, this is I never thought that we even had the potential to do something like this. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So, yeah, guys, that's all I have. I mean, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how you replace Jeff Stoutland. And the truth of the matter is you can't. Jeff Stoutland wasn't just a coach. He was a father figure to a lot of those guys. He was a father figure. And one thing I know is the house tends to crumble when you take the father out of the home. When you displace the father, everything else comes crumbling down. So this is it's truly unfortunate. I didn't see this coming at all. You go from a year where we thought that we could legitimately compete for a Super Bowl to losing foundational pieces. That's what's so scary about this. You are losing foundational pieces. This is not just a Christian Parker who worked up under Vic Fangio and, is benefiting from, being under Fangio's tree. You are losing decades of years and relationships and respect. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Candy says Philadelphia Eagles and Jeff Stoutland engineered the most prolific rushing attack in NFL history. Absolutely. 2 years ago. Now he's stepping down. Nah. Yeah. How do you step down from a team that just went to the Super Bowl last year? That's odd. Something's not right with that. And the way Jeff Stoutland is leaving, it's almost like he feels disrespected. It's not like he's just, I don't know. How do you disrespect Jeff Stoutland? The Eagles are not respecting their elders. They want to go the young route. They want to go the smart, intelligent, next Sean McVay. Next year is going to be Vic Fangio. He's gone. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say. All I know is it just doesn't bode well for us. Doesn't bode well. Chris says, this dude, man, has to be right out of the gate. How is the expectation going to be managed? Too much change is bad. Yeah. That's right. See, I wasn't, the thing about Sean Mannion, I was cool with him if we still had veteran guys, pieces around to kind of like keep an eye on the whole situation. Now you're telling me, Chris, that Vic is 1 year from retirement. He's leaving. And now this year, Jeff Stoutland's out. The two guys that we trust, the two guys that we respect, the two guys that we in Philadelphia, we look up to, and we say, you know what? I trust that guy right there. They're now gone. Vic Fangio is gone to me. He is good as gone. He is dead as chicken. I've been wanting to say that joke for so long. I got it from Dave Chappelle. He said, I'm dead as chicken. Listen, man, the two guys, man, that you trusted, that you loved. Love Jeff Stoutland. The reason why I love Stoutland is because the players loved him. And his wife, and his family. To see him say stout out on Twitter is just... sad, man. Somebody in Philadelphia thinks they're the reason why the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who is this? Let me see. 1 second. Let me see. Prop, what's going on? Hold on 1 second. Nope, that's not it. Birdman, is that you?
What's up, man? What's up?
What's up, bro? How you, man?
Man, just trying to live life, and also I'm trying to deal with the Eagles right now, and it's actually lost for words, man.
Yeah.
In my position, it's kind of hard because I do what I do, so I can't really say exactly what I want to say without hurting feelings or getting back to the Eagles and all that. So it's very hard for me because you know me, I'm very opinionated and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I went on live with the Philly Foothills a while back, and I had made a comment saying that this Eagles team is going to go as far as AJ Brown wants this team to go. And the reason why I said that is because the blood was kind of just in the water, and we all were just kind of like, yeah, that's no blood. That's, I don't know, that's algae or something like that. But he was trying to tell us that something was wrong. He was throwing smoke signals. He threw so many signals out there. There's like a whole page we could write.
Mm-hmm.
but we're not used to this Super Bowl stuff and winning and doing our stuff in the playoffs. You know, we've been suffering for years. We've been wanting that receiver. We had Deshaun. I mean, who else that were Macklin? But they were great receivers. Don't
Mhm.
get me wrong, but they weren't the receiver.
For sure.
We have the receiver, and the benefit of that is we have a you know top tier one or two, how you want to place Devontae, but
Yeah.
he's just as good. He don't maybe have the size, but he's just as good.
Hmm.
Devontae doesn't really complain. He's very humble. When he won the Super Bowl, you could see it. He winning that Super Bowl meant the world to him.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, you have AJ Brown conflicted. What exactly is conflicted about? What was he hoping that was going to happen with the Super Bowl? And we're going to find at the end of the day, at the end of his career, we will get that answer.
Hmm.
But to me, AJ Brown he's missing something. And I don't think it's with the Eagles. I don't know what he's trying to find or what he's actually looking for, because you think you win the Super Bowl, you just you just done what hundreds of thousands of people would love to do, and you being a player, you just did the ultimate defeat, because everybody say, yeah, you can't do this, you can't do that, but it wasn't good enough.
Hmm.
Now, I got personal insight because I do know people in the Eagles and players and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and from what I heard, there was a fallout between Jalen and AJ, and I guess it kind of water under the bridge. They kind of just hashed it out. But in reality, when I see his facial expressions, being on the field, all these extra things, uh, hidden messages on Twitter and all that stuff. It I knew that I don't think he got over it. I think it just stuck with him. Whatever the beef was, it was real personal. I could tell you that. And you can't let that linger into the locker room. You just can't, because being a player besides him and him feeling some type of way.
Hmm.
I watched Hard Knocks. It didn't look like that. It looked like he's just a guy having fun and trying to learn things, right?
Hmm.
But there's this other side of AJ that something's bothering him. And you just can't have that in the locker room and all that. Now, there might be other guys in the locker room that don't look at it that way and think of AJ as a good friend and all that, which is right. But the other part to
Berman,
this Eagles puzzle,
really quick, Berman.
is Jalen Hurts. Yeah.
Got a question for you, really quick. Got a question from one of the subscribers. They're saying, and we know that you can't share all your sources, and we respect that. But the question is, was it off the field related?
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, you know, and yeah, it's like I said, it's personal. It's very personal. Um, so, at first I was just kind of like, you hear some news like that and you're just like, oh man. But then you start seeing all these signs start popping up, and I'm like, man, and I just think it's stuck in him, dude. So for AJ to get over that, I think he has to move on, and that's going to be tough, because to save AJ Brown on the Eagles, the only guy that I think might have been able to save him would have been like a Tomlin or a Harbaugh. I'd say probably more Tomlin, but I think that would have saved. I think that would have saved the Eagles, because if this goes south like what we're talking about, the Eagles had to make a tough decision, because this was the biggest opportunity to have the best coaches available. Next year, I don't know if it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
They had to make a tough decision. Now, Lurie and Howie, they were at the poker room, and they put all their chips in,
Mm-hmm.
which is with the new OC and supposed this guy, quarterback thing. They're trying to put shiny toys out there, but not really buying what they're selling at the minute. Because it's not selling me that we're gonna change for the next year. And like you said, Jalen Hurts is that talent that supersedes it and helps it out. And one problem I didn't like is that last play when they showed it, everybody could see it now. When they're all on the field and he's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure we're gonna run this?" And then you go back to like Nick Foles, "Let's run this." "Oh, you want to run this? Let's do it." You have to let Jalen make that decision because at the end of the day, it goes on Jalen. He threw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But not being confident in the play you want to run, or if you see something else that you're looking at the defense, you're out there. It was just kind of like that decision was our whole season. Was like it felt like our whole season where
Yeah.
we're just playing to live another day. We're playing to live another day. Listen to all the interviews. Yeah, it wasn't our best. We got things to work on, and then we play next week. Yeah, we got things to work on, but after the whole season, they never got fixed. And now, right now, what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling is it's your fault. Your fault.
Mm.
Your fault is your fault. But not looking at it's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing that. So everybody's getting the axe, or they're feeling some type of way and they want to leave. There's why is it when we lose a player, they're doing good elsewhere?
Hmm.
How many players have we seen that they leave and they're doing good? You hear their name. They're making a pick. They're getting a sack, and like what the hell are we doing on our team? But like I said, man, I
So,
know what to expect this season,
mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to be optimistic. But these moves, they're not adding up to me.
So let me ask you this: really quick? What are your thoughts and opinions on the Jeff Stoutland situation? Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel that he wanted out to begin with. He didn't have a great season, but I'm telling you, something is wrong. And that's just another fall guy.
Really?
Yep.
Let me ask you this, because there's only one thing that I feel that two black men can't move past. And as a black man, I'm speaking on this. Do you have any information if it could be related to a female or a woman?
Yes.
I'm telling you. And I know that has to be the case because it's like, I know how we deal with each other, and there's not much that you couldn't get past. And here's where I'm going to get at, and hopefully I'm not. I don't know. I don't have any insiders. I'm not on your level. What I know is, you just got to be real. What I think I know.
Well, okay. Well, Pablo, remember they keep showing this video. I've already seen it like 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
When Jalen Hurts is in the group and hyping up the team,
And AJ Brown.
what was a
Yep.
and you guys are boys?
That's not how. That's
If
not.
it okay, and okay, so let's say me and you we both make content together. It's the same page. It's me and you,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to go to this show and we got to hype up the crowd and take questions and all that stuff. Getting into it, and you're 100. You're super hype, but I'm like at a 20, and I'm just going through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
it's not the same. It's not. So it just
I'm,
sucks that it had to be the Philadelphia Eagles to happen to it. It sucks because this team means so much to us. You know, it means so much, and things like this can just turn, and everybody has to be like this. Can't really say much.
I'm gonna go back. So if you're just joining the live stream, I appreciate everybody in the chat. Birdman is a super fan and very known in the Eagle community, man, especially on the West Coast. So yeah, definitely is one of those guys that is plugged in and knows what he's talking about. Um, we're so it started with Jeff Stoutland. Now we're talking about Jalen and AJ Brown's relationship and why this Eagles team is starting to really crumble down right now. And here's what I'm gonna say, because the relationship between AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts clearly is not the same from the moment where you can see AJ Brown, and Jalen Hurts on FaceTime, when he first got traded for.
Oh yeah.
Here's what I think. I don't know why, but in my gut of all guts, because you got to go back. Jalen Hurts and Jalen Hurts got married almost a year before AJ Brown. It wasn't too far apart. Here's what I think. If there is friction between AJ Brown and his, whatever it may be, we don't know, is not confirmed, but whatever
Right.
it be, if female related, I could see a situation where maybe AJ Brown believed that his wife was attracted to Jalen Hurts. And I don't know. I just feel like Jalen Hurts got married really fast. Then AJ got married really fast. And when things happen like that, it's kind of like, what's going on? That's just my little wild thought. But I'll leave it like that.
Yeah. And then the season I kept at maybe 2 or 3 years ago, the season that Jalen wasn't having a great season, he was doing things that we're not used to seeing. Um, I do okay. So I forgot which game it was. I don't know if it was the Niner game. We got our butts kicked. I we were going to the plane ride and we got in an Uber. And Eagle fans are smart, and Eagle fans they know the news before anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking to this is an Uber driver, right?
Yeah.
Literally the next day, and then he goes, "You guys know what's going on with Jalen, right?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's all, um, he has a lady, and he's messing with that singer from Africa, and they even took her to dinner. And I was like, "You're lying, man. That's not true." He's all, "Go ahead, look on TikTok." Now they're supposed friends, but the way I was looking at Jalen, it didn't look like that. Like he was having a nice dinner with another woman. So there's that part of it, and then the AJ thing happens. So I don't know. Oh, you see your boy out there? You having a dinner with such and such? I don't know. I'm not saying that's connected,
Right.
but but you know, but maybe I don't know if that's when he got his contract. But the Eagle fam in Philly were telling me that he was kind of feeling himself a little bit. The money's there. I mean, dude. He's young. He is
Yeah.
very young.
Yep.
You asked this young man to carry the weight of a city.
Yeah.
He he he's the top dog. He's the top. He is the one. He's he's the one everybody's looking up to. He's the one that we're looking for answers to. We depend on him for almost everything to carry the load through the good, through the bad. So it's a big responsibility. I mean, I'm not saying he can't do it. I mean, he's been holding it down for the most part, but it's like you got to hold down the success, the
Yeah.
money, the team. It's a lot. And when he won the Super Bowl, it meant so much because we just we've been waiting for this, and he won. He is the first quarterback to win it beginning to the end. He is the only one to do it. That was the biggest moment. He is the best quarterback in Philadelphia Eagles history until someone takes that away from him. And we don't know when that's going to happen. Could be a long time. We could be even older. We're going to get more gray and all that. Before that, we even see that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Got a comment from Candy. Candy, she says, Bree was at the dinner with Jalen, just not shown on camera. Tim is the singer you're talking about. Why
Yep.
you tell me, Tom, Tom, whatever she was singing.
Yeah. So I'm not, and like I said, Eagle fans know, man. Eagle fans know, man. And what hurt me the most about this season, because I was down there in Philly against Dallas, and it was a horrible game. But I felt that was Jalen Hurts' Michael Jordan moment, because he took over the game. If he didn't move and do what he did, we would have lost the game. We would have lost the game. But from that game, he really didn't do it anymore. Jalen Hurts, that 49er game, he had the ball and could have closed it out and sealed the deal. But he had to do one thing, which was move. He refused. I don't know if that's a disrespect to our potato chips and to Sirianni because he wanted them gone. But it doesn't add up to me because that was your moment. I don't know if we would have beat Seattle, but you should have beat the Niners. He should have beat them badly. And shame on the whole team. I can't make any excuse for whatever they were doing, but that was pathetic. I don't know which game hurts most. The other, when the Niners whooped us. I don't know what the score was, but they whooped us, or this recent beating from a broken, bruised down team. No excuses.
Yeah, bro. So give me your final remarks on just where the Eagles are before I let you go. Just what is your state of mind with Jeff Stoutland gone, with a new offensive coordinator, with I'm gonna go ahead and say Vic Fangio is already gone. I mean, you guys are probably going to wait till next year to accept that heartbreak. I would just let him go this year if you already know.
Is it true that they're putting him into a different role? Is that true?
Jeff Stoutland or
Yeah, Stoutland.
yeah, no, he said he's not accepting it. They offered him that, but he said no. He said
Okay.
no.
The Eagles right now are flying wounded, and until we heal, we're not gonna fly.
That's
in
good.
the way we're supposed to.
That's good. That's good. I like that. Man, shout out to you, Birdman. Appreciate you, man, for gracing us, man, on the channel, bro. Appreciate you, man. Catch you next time, bro.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir.
Be safe.
Sir. Wow, the Philadelphia Eagles. You heard it right there from the man himself, man, the myth, the legend. Birdman, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Is one of the well-respected names in the community, man. Said the Philadelphia Eagles are flying wounded. If you're just now joining the live stream, I appreciate you. Yeah, Jeff Stoutland is stepping down as the offensive coordinator / running game coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. Spent 13 years with us. He is now stepping away. And to me, this is, if you're just now joining, I said, look, man, this is it's not good. It's no way to say it, guys. It's just not good. Sucks. Feels like, we're going to a funeral. Feels like we're losing people left and right. Had I known that we could look how we look today, I probably would have appreciated the season just a little bit more, to be honest. And this is why the biggest life lesson that I take away from Jeff Stoutland stepping down is, and Vic Fangio rumored to retire very soon. Could be this year still. He's still thinking about it. Definitely maybe next year. Lane Johnson probably, he'll be his final year. If he even comes back, that's no guarantee. You got to take advantage of your opportunities. And everybody sitting at home right now, if you're an Eagles fan, you know without a shot of a doubt that the Philadelphia Eagles ought to be playing in the Super Bowl today. Not today, but on the 8th. You know we were supposed to be there. And the Philadelphia Eagles, what they did this season is the biggest fumble ever in any sport. To waste such a great season. And this is why you can't take older veteran coaches for granted, because you never know when they feel like the time is going to be up. Jeff Stoutland didn't have the best year, but who is Nick Sirianni to demote Jeff Stoutland? Has Nick Sirianni created an all-pro? Has he ever developed? Who has Nick Sirianni developed as a player? Now, I'm talking about your head coach now. I'm talking about your head coach. Who has your head coach developed? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Nick Sirianni's on the sideline telling Jalen Hurts, "Yeah, you better give me my." He says I don't want to false quote him. He said something to the fact of, I designed that play call. Show me some respect type of vibe. Close to that. Close to that. The Eagles Collective Podcast said going to miss Stout, man. Yeah, bro. Shout out to the Eagles Collective, man. Do really great work. Shout out to those guys. Yeah, this seems like, it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real that Stoutland is no longer with the organization. One of the most respected offensive line coach in all of football, he is no longer in Philadelphia. So you just paid Cam Jurgens $68 million. $68 million, and the guy that got him there is no longer there. Does that make any sense? Philadelphia Eagles, I don't know. Candy, great comment. She says, ego. It's all ego, guys. It's all ego. So, I wish I had better news. I wish this wasn't true. All I can say is like most of you, I'm hurt. I'm hurt, a random night on February the 4th, he decides to leave. This thing is going downhill. That's all I can say. It's going downhill. I don't know what to make from this. Clearly the Eagles are going in a different direction. I don't trust Jeff Lurie right now. I don't trust Howie Roseman. That's one thing I wanted to say too. When did Howie Roseman get so much respect and autonomy to be able to sort of have a say of what head coach comes to Philly? Like, Howie Roseman is a money guy. Stick to the money. You don't develop talent. You don't develop coaches. You're not a coach whisperer. And it's the same thing with Jeff Lurie, and it's something that I've seen. It was a draft video where Jeffrey Lurie's in the draft room, and he's talking to, what's up, bro? Shout out to you, man. Eagles Uncensored. My God. Jeff Lurie's in the draft room, and he's talking to Howie like, oh, yeah, what do you think about this player? You think we can take him here? And Howie's like, yeah, I think he's going to be in the next round. And Jeff was like, oh, yeah, I kind of figured that. Right? So you have Jeff Lurie, and a part of me feels like there's just a lot of ball swinging. You know what I mean? Like, I have the bigger balls. Like, Jeff Lurie, he has his son. He's trying to show his son the ropes like you're the money guy. Just be the money guy. It's okay. You're the owner. You don't have to get in the draft room and try to show Howie Roseman up. And then Howie, you don't have to sit up there and try to act like you know what coaches should be in the organization. You are a money trade guy. You are not a coach developer. And that trickles down to Nick Sirianni stepping on Jeff Stoutland's toes and everybody trying to. This thing is just really ambiguous. It's all over the place, man. This is absolutely crazy, guys. This is absolutely crazy. And right now, the Philadelphia Eagles, Birdman said it best. I could have not said it any better. He said the Philadelphia Eagles are flying wounded. Oh, yeah, you're flying wounded, all right. You lose Jeff Stoutland, 13 years of experience. Every single player on that offensive line looks at Jeff Stoutland as a father. If you tried to take me away from my son, it would be a problem. There is no son walking on the face of this earth. If you took their father away, it wouldn't make them feel some kind of way. Jordan Mailata is hurt. Landon Dickerson is hurt. Cam Jurgens is hurt. Lane Johnson is hurt. This hurts. Somebody said ego. Absolutely right. Just last season, wasn't the Eagles the poster child for how organizations are supposed to be run? How do we go from that to this? And in my mind, I don't care how we go from that to this. Nick Sirianni, you're fired. You're absolutely fired because this is your team and it's your staff. If Nick Sirianni had the competence and the intellectual abilities to do his job, maybe we keep Jeff Stoutland. But he doesn't, because guess what? Now it's Nick's fault. It's Nick Sirianni's fault because Nick Sirianni was the original offensive coordinator with Jeff Stoutland. You two win a Super. Everybody wants to give Nick Sirianni the praise. You guys win a Super Bowl together. Why can't we keep this thing going? So, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. All I know is it feels like we are going through a period of death. I hate to say it, and I know it sounds dark, but when you lose key players like that, like cornerstone pieces, like just is Big Dom next? Is Big Dom going to take another job somewhere else? I mean, just lay it on the line. Just lay it on the line. So, all I can say to you guys is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that you guys got to go through this. I'm sorry that we have to. This team is just dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional. We are not a team right now. We are not a team. And if we're not a team this year, that means we was not a team last year, and we only won solely based off of talent. The players, that is. And if that's the case, Nick Sirianni has to go. So my final remarks is I just want to simply thank Jeff Stoutland for his fatherly figure role and his mentorship and the example that he was to the players in his locker room. I truly believe that Lane Johnson extended his career because of Jeff Stoutland. I know without a shadow of a doubt, Lane Johnson is seriously probably considering retiring as well. I said it earlier. I felt that Lane Johnson, if I'm Lane, I probably consider retiring and leaving along with my coach. That is the greatest sign of respect that you could ever do as a player, is to leave with your coach, right? Lane Johnson is a 2-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer, Eagles Hall of Fame, regular Hall of Fame, one of the best right tackles to ever do it since the moment he stepped foot in the NFL. Jeff Stoutland has helped Lane Johnson with some mental things that he was going through, helped him there. Now he's no longer in the building. This offensive line is not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. But yet and still, your head coach, Nick Sirianni, he's got it all figured out, right? I'm Pablo Gary. I will catch you guys in the next one. This has been a really fun time to be with you guys, man. Emergency podcast. I had to talk about it. My guy, Chris, he called me and said, hey, man, we got to talk. So I'm still thinking about doing a group chat for Eagle fans that follow this channel. If you want to be a part of it, I'm still working on how I can get your all's contact information confidently. I mean, not confidentially, whatever that word is. I'm trying to get it in a way where nobody else can get your information. So, be on the lookout for that. But look, man, shout out to Jeff Stoutland. His era, his time in Philadelphia has come to an end. Unfortunately, man. I'm Pablo Gary. This is Think Eagles. I'm definitely going to be thinking about this all night. I'm going to wake up hoping that this was all fake and it was a dream. Chances are it's probably not. Jeff Stoutland no longer has a job. Nick Sirianni still has his job. As always, I'm Pablo Gary. I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm sorry, guys. As Birdman put it, the Philadelphia Eagles, right now we are a team that's flying wounded. Flying wounded, man. So, Nick Sirianni, if you were just able to call plays and do your job, I imagine we could have went on a run and did what we needed to do. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.